When forensic health professionals
Stalking is
evaluate
crazy, though.
stalking, 4 essential items are taken into consideration. The nature of the relationship between the stalker and the victim, the stalker's motivations, the psychological, psychopathological, and social realities of the stalker, and the psychological and social vulnerabilities of the victim. The subject of this episode
sometimes,
is 25-year-old Stephen McDaniel, and to gain a deeper understanding of the foregoing components, we have
This nigga look crazy. He look fucking wild.
to extract certain elements through the knowledge of hindsight. The evolution of technology over the past 2 decades has made forensic investigations considerably more efficient. 2 of the items on this list can now be examined through a single component, which would otherwise take forensics weeks or even months to conduct in a previous era. And that component is the internet, or more specifically, internet search history. The disclosure of web browser data is often a crucial piece of evidence for building a case, as it can unveil many aspects of a suspect's personality that would otherwise be kept hidden. And this is sometimes far more effective than anything else presented in court, including information extracted during a full confession. Without going into specific detail, a large majority of the subject's time was spent watching porn that surrounded the theme of violence and torture. He would also conduct back-to-back searches of how to commit sexual assault, and would type in several variations of the phrase, "how to molest sleeping girl." To forensics, this is an overt sign of
4K.
of the phrase, "how to molest sleeping girl." To forensics, this is an overt sign of desensitization to sexual activity. Excessive exposure to online pornography can have this effect over time. It can build up a tolerance to the traditional idea of sex, therefore the subject may continue a more potent form of stimuli to get the same rush. For Stephen McDaniel, this began with watching abstract material on the internet and eventually led him to planning and then carrying out what he saw on screen. His target was 24-year-old Lauren Giddings, his next-door neighbor of 3 years. And this takes us to item 4 of the forensic
It's sad that people are actually victims of people like this. Like, she didn't have to fucking die or get raped or whatever. That didn't fucking have to happen.
checklist. With respect to social vulnerabilities, the victim essentially had none. Lauren was outgoing and extremely popular. She was a well-liked member of her community and had a strong social support system. With relation to psychological vulnerabilities, the term perceptual naivety would potentially come to light during a forensic investigation. Stephen had asked her out
sometimes it doesn't matter. People don't care what the girl even looks like. Like, he probably doesn't get any interaction, so he just wants anything.
Date within 6 months of their acquaintance, which was reportedly only the second time they had ever spoke. Lauren declined, but stated she would like to remain friends, which was only her being courteous and trying to soften the blow of rejection. She would later tell her actual friends that Stephen made her feel extremely uneasy and was uncomfortable to be around. It may have seemed like a non-essential observation at the time, but in hindsight, it appears that her instinctive senses were trying to tell her something.
No, they should do, because there's a lot of people need to be like that. They should just have like a hole for whenever somebody does a completely fucked up crime. That way they can just throw them under jail and just leave them there.
Lauren had told her friends multiple times that she felt someone had been inside her apartment, and she also started getting an eerie vibe when she came back alone, especially late at night. It was as though she could sense something wasn't right, and she even thought about moving multiple times, but unfortunately never went through with it. The reality was that Stephen McDaniel had stolen a master's key from a security guard and let himself into her apartment and looked around on several occasions. He also started filming her when she would leave and return to her apartment during all hours of the day. Had Lauren been in this situation before, or even knew anyone that had, she may have trusted her intuition and unknowingly saved herself from a tragic fate. But that's the key word: trust. She had no proof of the danger she was in, only conviction, which unfortunately wasn't strong enough when it was most needed.
This nigga is in her closet. Or is he outside through the blind?
Stephen McDaniel snuck into Lauren's apartment once more, only this time she was sleeping inside. As he crept into her bedroom, she awoke and immediately panicked once she saw the intruder. McDaniel then pounced on top of her and proceeded to strangle her for roughly 15 minutes. Lauren put up a courageous fight and clawed at her attacker's face and chest, but she was eventually overpowered and died of asphyxiation. After the murder, Stephen dismembered Lauren's body in the bathtub with a hacksaw. He cut his victim into 5 pieces, placed each piece in a trash bag, and then disposed of each of them in separate trash cans around campus. 3 days later,
That's
Lauren's
why
concern...
I don't trust people. Like, yeah, sure, you're in life, you're doing your own shit, we're all just trying to get by, but that doesn't mean I trust you. What the fuck?
Of each of them in separate trash cans around campus. 3 days later, Lauren's concerned friends would arrive at her apartment and let themselves in with a spare key. McDaniel would notice from his window and invited himself inside as he offered to help. All of her belongings were still inside, including her cell phone, driver's license, and passport. A missing persons report was filed that night. A search party commenced the next morning, and police would discover the victim's torso at 9:40 a.m. It was placed in a trash can next to the apartment complex. The rest of the victim's remains were never recovered. The investigation was then switched from a missing person to murder. Police canvassed the surrounding area and began conducting interviews with neighbors and classmates, one of whom was Stephen McDaniel. But he was first interviewed by the local news, and at the time was unaware that part of the victim's remains had been discovered.
We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see her?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know
And
anybody
he's saying all that
any
fucking
enemies
bullshit, but you're the one who fucking killed her, like...
she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of, I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there.
Hold on, nah. You see, once she mentioned the body, he's like, what? This nigga just realized he got caught.
Parking lot area.
I mean, we just don't know where she is.
He realized, like, damn, I got
parking
caught.
lot area. I know they've been doing a lot of, I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there.
What bullets, bro?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
He like, I need to plan out what I'm gonna say next, cause...
This is most likely a genuine reaction disguised as another. He is most likely feeling a sense of fear and shock over the fact a substantial piece of evidence has been discovered, yet he plays it off as a feeling of sorrow over the loss of his supposed friend.
I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was a nice person.
Dublin, wait, was this Dublin, Ohio? I'm trying to find out if this is Dublin, Ohio. Like, no, it's yeah. Okay, I was about to say what the fuck.
There is.
Oh, that's just forecast. What the
Was she
fuck?
moving soon? Did you know anything about her?
Yeah. She was going to be moving out today. Why would anyone do this? Maybe I could have helped.
Tab, you look at Ken's a lot of shit you saying right
looked
now.
around the place.
I ain't even gonna
no
hold
sign
you.
of a struggle, no sign that anyone had broken in, just nothing.
He was interviewed by police at 11:50 a.m. and offered to help in any way he could, yet came across as fidgety and apprehensive the entire time. There were two highlighted moments of the interview. The first was when Stephen asserted that he was a virgin, saving himself for marriage. The second was when the detective discovered scratch marks on his face and stomach, which he asserted were done by himself in his sleep. He at that point unknowingly became the prime suspect and was asked if police could search his apartment. Stephen reluctantly accepted and was then transported.
Okay. Why would you let them search your apartment? Even if it's to make you look innocent, you can just tell them no. Like, you knew you were done out here. They were going to find some shit. You already slipped up with the body. You probably slipped up, brought some bloody pants. Like, you slipped up somewhere when you said, yeah, sure, you guys can search. Like, no.
Back to the complex with 4 other investigators. While searching his apartment, they discovered a collection of swords, guns, toilet rolls, stockpiled provisions as if he was expecting an apocalyptic event, and a mask made out of women's underwear. The most significant discovery, however, was a pack of condoms. Stephen was asked why he would have such an item in his possession if he was staying celibate before marriage, at which point he miraculously confessed to stealing them from another apartment. This gave the detectives probable cause for arrest, and Stephen was placed in handcuffs and brought back to the police station. His interrogation began just after 11 p.m.
All right, brother. All right. I just got to ask you a few more questions. Okay. You came down earlier tonight. Me and you talked. All right. You don't have any weapons on
women's underwear.
That's just you are. What's wrong? You know I'm Detective Patterson, right?
Yes.
Do you remember? Put your hands up here. You remember us talking earlier tonight, right? Yes. You remember me earlier in the day?
Yes.
We came down here and talked a little bit, and then we left.
Yes.
Okay.
The monotone dialogue and lifeless demeanor you see here reportedly started on the drive back to the police station, and the suspect's conduct throughout the entire procedure is not only mystifying, but almost impressive. This is one of the most extraordinary pieces of interrogation footage to ever reach the public domain.
I need to know about this girl right here.
You're talking like that when you were just saying all that shit during on the news and interview, all this shit. Like, bro, talk your shit down.
You know her?
Yes.
Who is that?
Lauren Giddings.
Does she live next door to you?
Yes.
I mean, bald, you talking
When's
about
the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Was you
like,
friends
why is
with
he
Lauren?
talking so...
Yes.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay?
The suspect has morphed himself into this abnormal and extremely creepy character. Whether it's a strategy or some sort of mental breakdown is unclear. But what's incredible is that it somewhat dictates the pace of the interrogation. The detective has just closed the distance and commanded eye contact, both of which are recognized techniques to increase psychological pressure. Yet the absurdly haunting manner in which the suspect turns his head and fixes his gaze unnerves the detective to the point where he becomes the detective.
That turn was weird.
Okay. Was you friends with Lauren?
Yes.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay?
The suspect
fucking
the absurd detective to the point where he becomes the one to look away and reset his posture. This essentially never happens in interrogations, as it can give the suspect an incredible boost in confidence.
Look at me when you talk to me, son. Okay? Was you friends with her?
Yes.
Close friends?
We were good.
I mean, y'all were friends, right? Both of y'all were law students. You're studying to be an attorney, right?
Yes.
What kind of law do you want to go into? Criminal law?
Yes.
Civil? Is that what you want to do for a living?
Yes.
Okay.
The detective steps back from his initially aggressive strategy. He asks trivial questions for 35 seconds before attempting to ramp up the pressure in a more subtle manner.
And you've lived next to Lauren for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where she's at tonight?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Have you ever seen her with that dress on?
No.
You have
Definitely
no idea
not.
where she's at?
No.
He gonna find himself.
Yes.
What's going on? Talking to other investigators, getting clues.
Look, Just tell me what happened, brother.
I don't know.
Well, where's she at? I need you. I'm asking you for your help. I'm a detective.
And then his
I'm
hands on his
asking you
table,
for
his
your
whole
help.
posture is just like.
Can you help me?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You can't help a friend out?
I don't know what you need.
I need to know where Lauren's at.
I don't know.
Do you even care that no one can find her?
Yes.
Just saying yes, no,
I
like.
mean, I don't know, do you?
Yes.
Staring at him.
What's up with the pair of underwear that was in your apartment?
I
It was
don't
like
know.
a mask. It was cut out like a mask. Do you cut underwear out to look like a mask?
No.
Are you a knife collector or a knife person, or
No.
you just like knives?
I used to collect swords.
I mean, do you know your swords?
Yes.
I mean, to sell and trade swords?
No.
Is that how Lauren looked with the long hair the last time you seen her?
Yes.
Or she got, that's how she looks?
Yes.
Bro, he's creeping me out and I'm not even in the room with the nigga.
I mean, earlier today, me and you sit here and talk normal. What's going on with you now?
That's what
Why
I'm
are
saying.
acting
You
like
sit and
this?
talked all that shit on the news. Now you get in an interrogation
Why are you
room, you
sitting here
just
acting like this?
scared.
I don't understand.
Okay. Earlier today, we sat here and talked. But now you're acting like you don't know what's going on. I mean, did something happen or something to you? I mean, why are you shutting down? Why are you not talking to me?
He does. He knows he's done.
No.
Fuck.
You don't know? Are you scared?
He's probably trying to act crazy so he can be put in like the
You're
crazy
not scared,
people
are you?
jail or asylum, whatever it's called.
Stephen's
Basically not the
demeanor
place where,
doesn't
like, all the
waver
other
for the first
criminals. He's
20
trying to
minutes,
be
so
put
the
in a crazy
detective
house.
eventually takes a more distinctly aggressive approach. He attacks the subject's character to see if it might coax him out of the act and into defending his dignity.
You got your ass on that fucking news and stood out there
Press him.
and gave a media
This is a
report
W
that her
press.
mother
Press
saw
him.
about her missing daughter. And
You gotta keep
want me to
cussing
sit there
too.
and tell them that
We know
don't
you serious. This ain't a game. Somebody's
Is that
life.
what you want me to tell them? Because you're all over the news. You sure stood out there and ran your mouth to the news media. But now you're going to get out here and you don't fucking know. You know. You're just a sorry piece of shit that don't give a fuck.
Talk to him.
Right?
No.
Well, why'd you tell the media everything? Do you need to see what you told the media today? It was on the 11 o'clock news. Well, I'm asking you. Tell me. I want to know.
I don't know where she is.
That ain't what you told the media. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I need you to tell me what you want me to tell her mother.
Bro, does somebody else come in? This dude need. Okay, yeah, I'm about to say
I'm not gonna
somebody
tell
need to
her
ramp
mother
up
that
the
you don't
pressure
know,
for him.
Because her mother saw you on the news tonight.
Y'all letting him
She
relax.
cried all the way down to Macon. Because you had the balls to get on the news and tell everybody everything. So this
He
little
calm
act that
thinking he
you're
doing
right
shit
now,
right. Like, no, let this man
ain't
know
working
he's
with me.
losing.
Okay? So you need to snap out of it and tell me what the hell happened. So we can move on.
I don't know.
Well, how many times you gonna say I don't know?
I don't know.
How many times you gonna say it?
I don't know.
If you did something that you regret, you need to let me know.
I didn't.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
Whether it was planned or not, the second detective enters the room with a similar strategy of immediate aggression. Rapport development seems to have been collectively thrown by the wayside.
Literally.
What's up, buddy?
Alright, red shirt.
Did you talk to him about his
Pink.
guns? Yeah. When was the last time you shot those guns?
I haven't.
You've never shot a gun?
No.
Have you ever shot any gun in your whole life?
No.
Never.
No.
Fuck that ass or not. He don't deserve shit.
So you bought 3 guns that you've never shot?
Yes.
Why?
To have.
For what?
To have.
For what? I'm asking for what? Why do you want to have them? What makes, did they give you, I mean, tell me why it's important to you to have 3 guns.
Oh, God.
That's an easy question. Come on, talk to me, buddy. Me and you talked all day today. We ain't had a
Damn.
problem communicating. Why is it important for you to have 3 guns?
Answer the fucking question, bro.
Do you not know?
No.
You say you don't know where Lauren is, right?
Right.
You said, you told me earlier you and Lauren were friends, right?
Yes.
How would you describe y'all's relationship?
She was my friend.
She was your friend.
Look at this nigga. Y'all know he
What?
didn't talk to her.
Did you ever do things for her? Did she ever do things for you? What did she ever do for you?
Not a damn thing.
We talked.
We talked. What y'all talk about?
News.
The news?
Who the fuck talks about the
Okay.
news?
How many times have you been in her apartment with her hanging out?
Yeah, get this nigga out of the room. Red size pink shirt, whatever applies pressure. I mean, slowing down
You
a
don't
little
know?
bit, but
If you had to guess, what was I mean, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, what?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2? See, if I had only been somewhere twice, I could remember that. If I had been there over 50 times and you asked me how many times I've been, like, I don't know, a lot. But the fact that you've only been there twice, when I say how many times you've been there, you say you don't know, that's just odd to me. Does that make
Right.
sense to you?
exactly.
Yes.
That does make sense. So what I'm saying right now makes sense.
No.
Bro, we both put our hands on our heads. What? What? Oh my god.
Lauren's missing.
What?
This pretty little girl right here.
Nigga.
Your neighbor. She's missing.
Much like Detective 1, Detective 2 now valiantly moves in for the psychological charge. He closes
be
the
honest, that's
distance
not
and
gonna work.
locks eye contact. His physical demeanor, alongside a prolonged gaze,
They
will
shouldn't do that.
hopefully crack the suspect's
That doesn't help at
fortified
all.
barrier. Once broken, the momentum will commence and the suspect will be more likely to divulge incriminating information. All the detective has to do is maintain eye contact for longer than his adversary.
wanna see him
It's a
fold.
psychological battle
I
of
really wanna see
attrition
him fold.
between 2 opposing forces, and these moments can sometimes last for minutes on end.
I know.
Me and you both know it's no different than when you was a little kid, right? And you reached in that cookie jar and you got caught after your mama told you not to get that cookie. And when she was, did you get a cookie?
Yeah.
No.
God, what is this nigga talking about cookie jars for? This nigga talking about cookie jars.
Mama told you not to get that cookie. And when she was, did you get a cookie? No. And whenever you tell a lie, you feel bad about it right then. One, with every lie, there's a
Bro,
chance
this
you
is
gonna
a
be caught.
grown ass man. Don't let
And
this
that
act
weighs
fool you.
on
He
you.
knows exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
Because you know you did something bad.
Like, bro,
Right.
grown ass man about cookie jars. Like,
You didn't take the cookie?
No.
You smell like you've been cleaning up, like you've been using cleaner to clean up. I know what that smells like. My wife smells like that all the time when she cleans the house. You've been using some kind of cleaner to clean up your apartment, hadn't you?
whoa. He makes his wife clean the house? Where's the equality, man? Wife isn't just some dishwasher or someone who washes your clothes and just stays home and cleans the house all day. No, I can't support this man. Oh, my wife, you, I don't know, y'all different.
Steven, you telling me you live it like a man? How does your apartment get cleaned?
I cleaned it.
When was the last time you cleaned it, Steven?
I don't remember.
The night of the murder.
Was it this week?
No.
You mean you go a whole week without cleaning?
Yes.
Why? That's horrible, Steven. I don't know how else to say it, Steven. Let me tell you what I think. I think that she was a friend of yours. Look at her right here. I think that she was a friend of yours.
You go a week without cleaning, Cal?
Something happened, Steven.
I mean, some people, it depends. If you don't dirty shit up, like, if you don't use anything, I guess. But I mean,
her apartment, didn't you?
at least vacuum for like a duster, you know. Because dust will get everywhere regardless if you don't get shit dirty.
We're just talking. See that pretty girl right there?
Yes.
You telling me you looked at a pretty girl like that and you never once thought, ever, man, she looks good. You never thought that?
Hmm?
I don't understand.
What do you mean you don't understand? You know how when you're sitting there you see a girl walking down the road? And you say, man, that girl looks good. You ever see a good looking girl on the road, you think to yourself, man, that girl looks good?
Yes.
You never thought that about her?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me you look at porn on the internet?
He's talking like he can relate.
You never looked at her and said, man, I wonder what it'd be like to have sex with her? You have?
No. No.
Steven, this is hard, buddy. I know this is hard. And I can tell it's on you. You want to let it go. I know this is hard.
Hey, yo. Saying that while putting your hand on his shoulder and rubbing him like that is weird. That's weird.
Steven, this is hard, buddy. I know this is hard. And I can tell it's on you. You want to let it go. There's blood in your apartment, Steven. You didn't get it all up.
This is the widely recognized futility technique, which is used to make the subject believe it is useless to resist due to the overwhelming evidence against them. It's most effective when the interrogator can play on doubts that already exist in the subject's mind. The only problem here is that Steven didn't dismember Lauren inside his apartment. It all happened in Lauren's apartment, so the detective's bluff is already called at this point.
It didn't all come off. You scrubbed and you wiped. But we can tell that. Don't you watch CSI? Yeah, we know it. Steven, why is there blood in your bathroom?
The detective now completely shifts his strategy from confrontational and aggressive to sympathetic and understanding. He attempts to create a connection and then afford Steven a more socially acceptable reason for the crime. This is extremely difficult to pull off after a direct confrontation, as there is no established rapport nor trust. The usual routine is the exact opposite. You would first build rapport and then get aggressive once a connection has been attained.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it. I wanted to be here with you to go through that process because I know you're not a monster, man. I know you're not a bad guy. You're just a hard-working student trying to pass a bar exam, ain't you? You ain't got a lot of support from your family, do you?
Yes.
You do?
The strategy fails at the first hurdle. Steven immediately shuts down the afforded sympathy and reasoning behind the alleged crime, which was the concept of unsupportive parents. But the detective now attempts to roll with it.
A lot of people can't say that. And the fact that you do have support.
Nah, you was talking about him being a W after the detective right now is acting.
The truth and is honest, right?
He acting like he is. And he
that girl, Steven?
You should give him the Oscar.
Have you ever heard anyone, Steven?
No.
You've never heard anyone?
No.
I've heard people, Steven. I've made mistakes in my life. It's not even normal to say you've never hurt anybody.
He said he hurt people, and then the other detective came in like, you said you did what, officer?
You never kicked a dog or a cat?
The lead detective then asked non-confrontational questions for almost 30 minutes, which is most likely to see if it will change the suspect's demeanor and the manner in which he responds. But it doesn't. Stephen maintains the same lifeless disposition which he has now kept up for almost 90 minutes.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to people that he works with and everything. They talk about how he's always expresses himself.
But he don't know.
He's very talkative. Stephen, they say you're so talkative, buddy. That you always so friendly. You stop in and say hello.
Talking a lot on the news.
Well, why is it that you're acting so short with us tonight? If you have all this character and personality about you, why is it that everything that we get from you is yes, no, or I don't know?
I don't know.
Why are you acting like
Where'd the other was? Oh, he left. Oh, what? Teleport?
Why are you acting like this, Stephen?
He's guilty.
You see how I'm able to talk in complete sentences? Like we're having a conversation, but the only thing you're bringing to the table is a yes, no, or I don't know. Stephen, did you hurt that girl?
No.
Would you tell me if you did?
Yes.
Have you lied to me at all in this
I thought he was about to say no.
No.
Yes, you have, Stephen. When was the last time you...
Yeah. You talking, bro. Let it be a female sitting there. All you gotta say is self-defense. He raped me, he touched me, he did something. And she gone free. She's just walking straight out that door.
You did
Fucked
laundry?
up.
A few weeks ago.
You ain't washed clothes in a few weeks?
Yeah.
Why?
I have a lot of clothes.
No, you don't. That's another lie. You don't have a lot of clothes.
Yes, I do.
Nope. You got enough underwear to last you 3 weeks?
Yes.
Do you wear the same pair of underwear more than one day?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's still clean enough to wear.
Where's that little girl, Stephen?
I don't know.
Stephen,
Why is
you
he
know.
asking about somewhere?
You're gonna look at this
Underwear,
right here, this little girl right here.
Hey yo, these
You're gonna say
questions
you
are
don't know?
weird.
I know you know.
I having this girl killed her husband, claimed self-defense, and was free from muscle for put in jail. I know who you're talking about. I believe. Is this the woman you're talking about? I mean, she like switched up her story a bunch of times, but at one point she was saying she was claiming self-defense. Yes. Tomorrow or Thursday, we're gonna watch hers. She has one on this channel. I'm gonna watch it. It's like 2 hours long. So I'm gonna be settled in for that. We are gonna fucking watch it. I heard she's fucking crazy.
Yes, you know. What are you going to say tomorrow when I say we got your hair? What are you going to say to me then? Because you know, like I go like that. Look at my hair. That's how easy it falls out. Look at all that on your head. You don't think none fell out? It did.
As we know, Stephen went inside Lauren's apartment with her friends 3 days after she was already deceased. This would give reason for his DNA being found at the scene, and would essentially nullify its use as damnatory evidence. Stephen, being a law student, would be well aware of this.
We just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it, so you didn't look like a monster at the end. Because you know what? I don't believe that you're a monster, Stephen. I believe that you're a good guy. You've been picked on. Girls didn't show you the respect that you deserved. You did something stupid, and I believe you feel bad about it, and that's why you're all freaked out right now.
Like, yeah, he in law school. He know what they trying to do. Like, I guess, yeah, he got it.
But I'm giving you the opportunity to get right. I'm giving you an opportunity to show everybody you're not a monster, that you feel bad about what happened. Your hair's there, man. Your hair is there. That's right, buddy. See that? Look at it. See how easy? See this stuff right here, your hair? Yeah, it fell out of your head when you was moving the body, Stephen. That's right. Do you remember moving the body?
No.
Yes, you do, Stephen. Why,
I thought you
man?
wasn't gonna say anything, because why would you say no? I mean,
Why?
you're saying you did it, but you don't remember.
Tell me, bud.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did, Stephen. We want you to tell it so that way people will understand you're not a monster. Things just, you got out of control. It's a sickness.
Steven, just give it up.
Why'd you do it, Stephen?
Steven, give it up.
I didn't do it.
Stephen, why are you going to keep telling that? You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, Stephen. You hurt her, man. She was screaming. Screaming, Stephen. Why? And I know you feel bad about it. I can see it in your face. What came over you, man? What happened, Stephen?
I don't know.
I know you don't know. You couldn't control it, could you?
Bro.
Stephen! They steal your hair and take it over there?
Give it up.
Did they? That's right. It's all sinking in right now.
Wait, what did you say?
And take it over there? They didn't, did they? That's right. It's all sinking in right now. He knows, is what you're thinking. Stephen, I don't want it to be a game between me and you.
It's a game. Steven's winning right now.
You're not an awful person and you want to tell it. Your hair
Steven
was
winning
there,
this whole
Stephen.
goddamn time.
We've all known it all along. We wanted just to give you an opportunity to tell what happened. Did y'all have sex?
No.
Did you try to have sex?
No.
You think about having sex?
No.
Liar. What kind of man doesn't think about having sex? You said earlier you like girls, right?
Facts.
Yes.
You said she's a pretty girl,
A
right?
man doesn't think about having sex.
What'd you do to her, Stephen?
I didn't do anything.
You're lying. You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Sure it did. That's why you're having this
Creative,
massive
man.
meltdown right now.
The detective quite literally repeats the phrase, "You hurt that girl," to which Stephen responds, "No, I didn't," and this goes on for the best part of 20 minutes. Perhaps the detective's strategy was to induce mental exhaustion, yet it had no effect whatsoever.
Why did you hurt that girl?
I didn't.
Why did you hurt her, Stephen?
I didn't.
You hurt her, Stephen.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna take this from me. You don't deserve to look at it. Just stay right here, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate all your cooperation tonight, okay?
You sound like a bitch doing that on the way out. You sound like a complete bitch saying that to him on the way out.
Alright, we're getting ready to go. I just need to discuss a few more things with you.
The lead detective now abandons the pursuit of any sort of admission.
He
He
is.
instead proceeds to belittle and humiliate the suspect as much as
But I'm
possible.
assuming they catch
It
him
may
still,
have a
though.
tactical purpose, but it's more likely out of
There's all the
frustration,
evidence, so it's
alongside
like-
the fact he is certain of the suspect's culpability.
Where you, I know earlier today you told me you stayed home all weekend, right? In your apartment.
Yes.
Did anybody see you? Did you talk to anybody over the weekend? Were you on your computer all weekend? Is there anything I can look at that I can say he couldn't be involved because he was...
Hey, see, this is why I stream 6 days a week. I take 1 day off. I mean, one, I'm not a murderer. I don't go out and do shit, clearly. But also, I use Facecam, and I got this timer up here. You see, it says 12 a.m. right now. So it's like, if anybody try to pin shit on me or false accuse me, No, the fuck I didn't do it because I was sitting right here streaming. And they say, oh no, it was at this time. Not, I got a timer right here, motherfucker. Y'all cannot pin shit on me.
On the computer. Or he was online on a porn site, or he was online doing college work or anything that would exclude you as being
I do long gas
involved
streaming, so ain't no way I'm out doing nothing.
Did anybody see you this weekend at the house?
Right.
Did you go out to get a newspaper?
Girl trying to say I raped her at 7 p.m. Bitch, I was streaming.
Yes.
I was playing Brawlhalla 1v1s. What are you talking about?
I mean, what do you just stay in the house all day?
I might have been losing,
Like,
but
what do you do all day and night?
bitch, I'm
I mean,
winning
you've
this
always done
case.
that your whole life? You don't have no friends?
I
How
have,
can you go your whole life without a friend?
I have friends.
Where they at?
Yeah,
Where
no
they
more
at?
friends now, Steven.
You have any friends here, mate?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes.
Papers.
Name one, because everybody I talked to said they ain't your friend.
Brian Granger.
Damn.
Cass Lawson. Ashley Morehouse. Carmen Love.
That's the same people I talked to today, and they're not your friend. Okay?
Damn,
One of the
he's a
reasons
loner.
interrogations are so fascinating is the ethical vacuum it creates for everyone inside its bubble. In any other circumstance,
at the
the
end of
detective's
this, and they have
behavior
not-
here would be considered cruel
they
and
haven't really pressed him
reprehensible.
a single
He's
goddamn
essentially
time.
bullying the suspect. Yet the empathy we would normally
You guys have not
is
bullied
now
the
stripped
suspect.
away through the impression of retribution. We know this person has done something horrific, and the treatment he is now receiving is merited through his
I
own
wish I could
actions.
interrogate somebody for a day
They're not
and
your
have all the
friend.
evidence laid on the table. I would press it every fucking. Oh my god.
I mean, it's all over anyways. I just wanted to know what was going on tonight. The game's over. I mean, we know what you did to her, so we just want to know what you, if you were going to tell us or not.
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's what you say. But we know different. So
And why are
it's
you
fucked
still
either
there?
way.
You're making him. You're letting him know that you need the
Fuck.
confession. Like you
We
are
already know.
begging this man for a confession.
We know you killed her. We know you put her body in the trash can. The news media knows it. Glenda knows it, your mother.
Exactly.
Your sister knows
Get
it.
him out of here, coach.
Your sister's husband knows it. The one that used to beat your sister. He knows it. You know what he said? He said he's a crazy motherfucker is what he said. When I called him. That's your own family calling you crazy. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody's coming to visit you. So you can sit there with that dumb look on your face. But it's over.
This nigga sat here for over 2
The
hours.
entire
speaking
interrogation
straight
took over
face.
2 hours. When
Yeah.
sped up by 20,000%, you truly get a glimpse of how remarkable the suspect's
20,000%? What
catatonic
the
performance was.
This nigga didn't move an inch. That's crazy. W actor.
His mother came to speak with him soon after this moment, and although he maintained his innocence, he immediately snapped out of a zombie-like character. It's difficult to interpret the reasoning behind the performance, whether it was a pre-planned strategy, improvised in the moment, or some type of psychological breakdown is unclear. But whatever it was, it evidently seemed to work, as the interrogators got nothing. The suspect's behavior was so abnormal, they were essentially at a loss with what to do, or where to even start with a specific plan of attack. The evidence, however, was irrefutable. Hundreds of pictures of Lauren were discovered on Stephen's flash drive, along with multiple video recordings of inside her apartment. A hacksaw was found in a supply closet of the apartment complex, and it was marked red with what was later identified as Lauren's blood through DNA testing. The packaging for the exact same hacksaw was found in Stephen's apartment. When confronted with the evidence, he took a plea deal to avoid the death penalty and was rendered a life sentence without the possibility of parole. He is currently being held at the high-security Hancock State Prison in Sparta, Georgia.
Good to be back. Hope you're doing well. This is the 6th and final installment of my Stephen McDaniels commentary. Man, it's been a slog. We are deep in the troll vortex of insanity. I don't think anyone's gone this far. It's like cave diving, but a lot more dangerous.
Yo, that nigga. They still had him because it was like, hey, bruh. We got the blood on the hacksaw, and the hacksaw is in your place. You didn't have to tell us anything in that interrogation. We already had you, big dog.